And we are live. Well, I don't know when we go live. Let me move things around. I probably should have done that first. Okay. Hello, everybody. We're doing one, maybe two colonies today. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I'm still not well. Functioning, can't actually, speak for an hour or two, but shouldn't go longer than that. Oh yeah, chat's gone. Hold on, that's a problem. There we go. Now, I don't fully remember how far into preparing we were. There's no crew. Okay. A couple of you guys. So there's MC strength here. What we really wanted to do was get some of the MC gifted. I want to say they're called gifted. You have to make them in the workshop. Hello. Yeah, implanters for MC gifted soldiers. Just gonna say you make them over in the workshop. If we don't have any implanters, I assume you get them out of colonies, because if you don't get them out of colonies, then we might just be running to Leth with sticks and stones. Oh, excuse me. Also, why do we have... I don't remember why we got the new batch of people here. And you all are just MC strong-ish people. I don't know how many of our guys are legitimately safe. I'm gonna guess everyone's from Tectic, or Tecatic? Because they're in Tecatic, all the way down here. How many squeezers we got? That's actually a really good... Well... Like for you, strong as always. I'm gonna assume so, yeah, because... You sent that at about the same time I was... Well, I assume you sent that before I talked about it, and it came out a little after I mentioned it. All of them never used them once. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about there. No, it's just give me not transfer stores. Assume nothing else starts with SQ? Okay. We got 42. Maximum range is 15. I mean, it's better than actual melee weapons, but what are we doing? 15's not bad for clip size. Are these consumed after the mission? Should I not use too many of these? Because if I just have 42 of them and I can only shoot them 15 times per mission and they recharge between missions, that's great. If I can't, then we probably want to save these for Teleth and only use a couple of them. Okay. Actually, that's a... We need the grand total. Okay, we have 64. No idea? Alright, well, we'll use a few and see what happens. I do want more people here. I kind of think... Where are the three? It's you three. You have the bio armor. Supposedly there's better armor, but I really like the bio armor. And you guys can just take straight melee weapons. So that's at least a decent start. Crew 3. Do we have drones? That's just a... No? There's no drones. Okay. We've got mag armor. Yeah, I'm just gonna bring, like, probably 4 or 5 to the first mission. They're still useful. But we're not gonna bring them through every single colony if we need to hold on to enough for Teleth. We also need to... Well, actually, what I might do is I might send enough to the storage base to use during Well, no, because there's a lot of floors to... No, but it'll keep ammo. I want enough for Teleth, and I can put enough on the storage base to where we physically can't go through all of them without transferring them back, which is a conscious decision that I will not make. And then we just use the rest freely to go through colonies. I also don't remember, are you... Yeah, we gotta bring Plague along, then. Oh, you have the MC armor. I might grab these two. Does anybody know if 55 MC strength is enough to not be useless? Warehouse has drones. That is probably true. Well, actually, I'm going to assume engineering has drones. Shrimp light drones. So there's 4 over here. There's none here. You must have a couple, because... Oh. I don't see shrimp light drones. Did we didn't... There's no way we killed all of them. I know there were a handful. Oh, were those normal drones? Oh, we killed all those too, apparently. That means I should buy more. Oh, okay. Never mind then. Wait, what do you have in storage here? None of this is crazy. Okay. Anyway, we can make things at the warehouse. Advanced medkits, yeah, we're mostly through there. We also want a lot of DPLs, which we do have. That should be easy enough. I don't know how many of these we can make. 707. Okay. More than we need. We have the MC lab. 55 is... It's max for cyborgs. And aliens begin to dislike targeting those soldiers. Okay. I don't know how... We're going to bring them along and see if they're useful at all for one mission. If not, then we give up. I'm going to take a look at this guy. Let me go through and set up our equipment. We have Gauss snipers now, which I'm really curious about. Gauss, I mean, range is just kind of useless. We'll have to switch them halfway through. With the Gauss sniper, 95 on Gauss beam. Can I tab until we hit this? 110. Okay. So it's less damage. I assume that the clip... Yeah, the sonic sniper clip also ignores some armor. So it's not quite as good. It's specifically useful against freaks. Actually, what are the time units? Oh, it actually has much better snap accuracy. TU cost is, I think, the same. Sonic Sniper slightly better. Worse snap accuracy. What do you have? Not great snap accuracy either. But you take a lot less time units. Huh. Oh, we also have this thing, the ion cannon, with 130 armor-piercing damage. Two shots a turn? Yeah. I'm just trying to see if the sonic pistol is a viable alternative to any of these. The problem is Taste-Off. I don't know what their resistances are, and I don't know... I don't know if this screen will tell us that. Is there not an alien creatures? I was looking for a life form. We do not have the actual Taste-Off interrogation, I guess? Oh, this guy doesn't give us numbers either. Ah, here we are. One of your MVPs only had 64 psi strength. Yeah, see, that's the thing, though, because that's mediocre for UFO, but I don't know if the psi strength of the aliens here has been tuned down to the point where 55 is meaningful. That's why I asked the question. Because I don't know what the mod itself does here. I'm a little curious what Taste-Off do. Can I quickly open... you... Extended mods... Excuse me. I'm gonna assume it's under... Nope. Where is rule set? Give me armors. Taste-Off guard armor. That's funny. It's the last thing we opened in this file. Just take me to generic Taste-Off. Damage modifiers. I don't know what any of this means. Let me compare to... Just give me anything. No, that's armor, creatures, mind dwarves? Here we go. Where is Gauss? Gauss is not on this list. Never mind. That's not going to tell us what we care about. Let me scroll to something that has comments on it, maybe. There are no comments on this. If I hover, does it give me... No. 0.6 and 0.6. Do we have the damage chart anywhere? Rare snapshots to standard of the Gauss rifle if you want a decent evaluation. We want... And just go back. Snap 65, 85. I mean, that means that the Sonic Sniper's not even that bad. Because that's the same snap accuracy right there. Presumably ignores no line of sight penalty. Yeah, that's what we really care about. I'm going to assume Tasoth are resistant to Gauss. Which means we actually need to care a little bit. So you three are liabilities. 40's kind of low. Oh yeah, hold on. Don't we also need... We have no squeezes on board. Okay. So you two are dropping this. I should drop this because you can hurt each other, but I also don't want you to run the knife. Can I give you, like... some... This does special damage, which is neat. I think I'm just going to give you this because it's harmless. Relatively speaking. Okay. So let's use 3 an hour into people with real loadouts. You have a lot of accuracy. We only have 10 DPLs, which is not D. I hit enter on my numpad, so I hit... Oh, it's Disruptor Pulse Launcher. We have a good amount of ammo. Less launchers than I'd expect. Do I really need 10 launchers, though? Probably not. That's you three. You will... Do I want the people with high accuracy or low accuracy to carry DPLs? I kind of think I want the people with high accuracy to carry them. You take... Apparently don't have ammo for this. You take that, you take this, you take... Maybe I don't want you to have this because I want you to spare... Am I crazy? What are the spare... It looks like this. It's over here. We'll just let you switch out later. This is a DPL load, and if you have over 100, I'm giving you a DPL for this mission. You do not have a loadout. I don't know what we're missing here. Okay, I'm gonna have to go through everybody's loadout here. You there. You two have interesting loadouts. I like the attention to detail on these guys. Hold on. If I hit Shift Tab? I swear there's a way to go back, or at least a hotkey. I don't know what I want your loadout to be, because you're going to have a special weapon for this, so I'm going to put that on your belt. You don't have enough weight to really do anything crazy here. Probably carry this, call it a day. Presumably you have shield? Weight, size sense, okay. Excuse me. There is no shield. Medkit missing, you need to use advanced medkit. That is right. Hold on. How many of those do we have? Okay, we have enough. Well, you have a solid loadout. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put this here, and this is now loadout 2, 1. Same story there. What is 3, 4? We'll save loadout 4. I don't think... Yeah, there's nothing past that. What I actually want you to have... It's fine. Whatever. Okay, this is probably the easiest solution here. You don't have a knife either. Hold on. Apparently that's... Oh, yeah, because you didn't have any. How many... I think I kind of want some Gauss here, too. We have... we got a mix. Enough of a mix. You two have nothing on your hand because I don't trust your Psi. Yeah, we're just gonna run with this. Oh, you should have a motion scanner. Cool. If enemy resistant to Gauss, why are we bringing it? Well, the problem is we're going to a colony, which has a huge mix of enemies. Realistically, Lobstermen, we're going to bring a mix of Gauss and Squeezers here. Because the Lobstermen are weak to Squeezers and the Tentaculates are just kind of durable, so having an auto-shot weapon is really nice. The problem is the first layer is going to be Tasoth, Aquatoid, Tentaculate, and hallucinoids. It's the jellyfish. And those are all... you can hurt all of those with Gauss. Sonic is ideal for Tasoth, and it's also a sniper, so it ignores line of sight penalties, but we mostly have DPLs, which we'll be carpeting the map with initially. Excuse me. So our first... We'll see. Actually, don't we have... Where are the 2 guys with... We have a lot of guys. There we go, you two. Don't you have... I'm gonna give you this, and I'm gonna give you this. In fact, I'm just gonna leave you with that for the whole mission, because I kind of want you to train. Yeah, that's good enough. Energy's gonna be the limiting factor of this thing, I think. Yeah. So, we don't need to worry about time units being a little lower. Okay. Well, off we go. You Gauss plus Torpedo on the surface, Gauss plus Thermal Shock, melee inside. Yeah, we're probably a little over-prepared compared to what we could be doing. Apparently we have a full 26. Can't really complain there. Uh-huh. Can I just, like, leave? Go that way. Love it. Okay. 2 levels, something, something. Okay. Well, we are in. And is there space to maneuver? There is. That's a lot of TPLs, which I think is quite funny. I'm gonna put a couple people here. Where's our 2 guys with special armor? One here, one here. Do you see anybody with your psi vision? No. Okay. So we're not gonna open the door this turn. I am gonna body block these guys to make sure they don't do anything stupid. The door is these 2 tiles. Can we go out? Okay, so this is also a door. That means this body block isn't quite as helpful as I was hoping. No. Okay, they at least shouldn't be able to panic and run outside. They have the weapons that are pretty much harmless. 30 AP will do nothing to anybody. I don't even think they can hurt each other. Realistically, they can't. I don't know if you have some sort of weakness to AP. You do have a slight weakness to AP. They might be able to hurt each other, but they heal, so fine. And I'm gonna call that turn. Yeah, I had you look around. Okay, cool. You don't need to give handheld MC disruptors. The thing does it already. Is it the same? Oh, it's got the same jam attack. Okay, you're right. Alright, well then we'll throw that on the floor for time unit's sake. Oh. One of the side guys sees a thing. It's a single aquatoid outside. What do you see? Okay. That's pretty neat. This is... Where's the edge of the map? Okay, so this side's the edge of the map. Let me put somebody with a real gun over here, I think. I mean, we see it at the edge of the map, so that's good. Okay. We're not going to open the side for the moment. I would like to know what's out here at all. So I need you to throw smoke for us. Actually, hold on. Shouldn't I be like... can I do this? Nah, you're not quite there yet. We're gonna give you 2 tries as well. Nope. Alright, well now we do this. Out, up, across. So where's our base? We're just launching one of these for the fun of it at this point. I'm gonna go here and here, and we'll see what we hit. We hit something that didn't die. Can I reload? Oh. Okay, so you just get 2 shots. You 2 with DPLs. I'm also gonna switch out 1 and 1. I see. I see. I would like to level this again. I would also like smoke down, so that's gonna be your job. Okay. So, you've done your part. You get to shoot. The problem is I want to hit all of this in one go, and I don't think we can gracefully. I'm gonna put this probably... I assume it's gonna collide with the ground, but I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, go for that. It's like 4. Perfect. Sadly, you don't have reload time units, but you only have to do that once. Defill carpet bomb's gonna be glorious. You don't actually... Wait, was that correct? Does the special weapon have a throw weapon special skill? Hold on. You're right. Okay, hold on a second. Hold on, hold on. Not enough time units. Okay, we're gonna have to break the game by trying that next turn. You've piqued my interest as well. I might just turn on night vision at this point. You can... you're getting a snapshot. It's fine. Oh, hi there. That's gotta go. Can I get somebody with, like... Presumably there's, like... Oh, hi. Okay, well, we're just gonna continue carpet bombing the world. Can you kill this? And is your accuracy high enough to... it's close enough. Cool. Your job is... 1, 2, 3, 4? I don't really know if I need to go up above the ground, but it feels a little bit better than hoping. Save? This has been mostly Iron Man, so we are... we save at the start of stream. I say mostly because we've reloaded once, but... Okay, well that's good enough. We're gonna launch this guy. What do you mean it lived? Wait, what do you mean you only... Okay, well you hit a lot. And apparently none of what you hit... This guy didn't die. That's what we're trying to say there. Well, that's a turn. Oh, I almost don't like being able to see outside. Oh, you meant for the MC armor throw in case it breaks? I don't... So, it's gonna break them for this mission if it actually does do something. It threw an item. The item did not appear. Wait, no, there's an item here. What? MC controller? Okay. Well, it's an item that exists. Interesting. Can I throw another one? Oh, now there's 0. Okay. Well, now we... Oh, no, throwing it again deleted it. I mean, you can still use it. Oh, that's just a cannon. Okay, I need the smoke to survive for this turn. Hi there. You're not the one who's injured. Okay, well you're gonna go straight out... We're gonna go up a little bit and down a little bit into here. I don't know if it's gonna hit this guy, but we'll see. I also always... I don't know what we're killing. We just can't see everything. Are you out of ammo? You're out of ammo. Alright. What your goal is... Okay, it's to let somebody else outside. Apparently, we see one guy. Oh, hi there. Okay, well you go back inside. That's not getting DPL'd, that's getting... You don't have a gun. We're getting a small amount of lag. I am, anyway. Oh, that's good. I needed you to hit one of those. Can you... technically, yes. I'm gonna have you... You're gonna do... So you're gonna go up to, like, here. Over to here. Down to, like, here. You're gonna go right into the middle of this thing and just do that. And you're not gonna kill everybody. Okay, well, you didn't kill all of us, which is good. Well, something died. Alright, good for you. Go back inside. Presumably, yeah, you're out of ammo. Okay, well, you take your one snapshot. Incredible. I assume you have enough for a snapshot. Doing things the old-fashioned way is hard. Yeah, you just auto. Okay, well, you're gonna sidestep again. You, 22, 21. Alright, okay. Not alright. Well, at this point, we're gonna end up doing, like... Can you see this? And it's only bleeding. Okay. That resolves that. You don't need this gun anymore. I'm actually going to throw it on the ground, so I don't think you have a gun. Move, step forwards. Okay. Ah, I should have dropped your gun too, because you don't have a real... Or, you do have a real gun, it's just no ammo. I'm tempted to put a DPL in each corner at this point over here. At which point they should start panicking, and we should just be able to quickly sweep over the map with night vision and flying armor. Oh, explosion height is also fairly low, so if we just fly up 4 tiles, we're probably safe, no? Alright, well, we brought enough DPLs to try this, so... 1, 2... Where is roughly central? We're gonna go with 3 and 4. Well, we hit a lot of things. More zeros than I'd like. It's gonna be turn 3. They're doing my job for me. You throw this guy on the floor. Somebody over here must have... Nope. You must have a gun with ammo is what I'm looking at here. You got a lot of zeros there. I'm going to do this again, but this time we're going, like, way over to this corner, and we're just going to drop it right in the middle and see what happens. That guy died. Yeah, this is... When I say battleship, this is what I mean by battleship. Okay, you're out of ammo. We do it all over again. I don't know if there's nothing too tall in the middle here. Yeah, okay, so we're fine. And then here and somewhere over here. Yo! That's a lot of hits. Okay, you have time units to not quite reload. And now we gotta shift everybody around. So the reason I don't want people outside is because DPLs are still on the map. We're gonna give them 1 turn to panic before I really step outside, but I would like to bring DPLs to the front. I don't know what my plan was there. Okay. You're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing... Never mind. You're fine. You just step over to here. Hi there. I'm just gonna put you here. Okay, maybe I should have snapshot. Yeah. DPL is over here. See, I don't know if I trust you to not kill... Okay. You made it over to the front. We've done damage in all 4 of the corners. We're gonna let them panic for a turn, and then we're actually gonna move out. Makes my life easier. Okay. Well, you two with the Gauss, good luck. That guy dropped a DPL for us. I'm a little curious if you can... Not MC, I want you to jam. Excuse me. Okay, well, you got your practice in. Snap. No, it wasn't a 0, you just managed... That was a miss. that's a threat. Okay, well, all I'm getting out of this, you gotta reload. And you're just gonna shoot again. 1, 2... I'm gonna put you probably here. And that took out both of them. Ammo? No ammo. And you have full ammo. Awesome. I don't think we're gonna need that super soon, but you have it. You see the taste off here. Yeah, that's probably for the better. So we take snapshots at this guy. Cool. You're in here. You're going over to here. I don't know what I think of this area right this second. So you have smoke, which I'm gonna have you throw to here, and I'm gonna have you throw to here, because I don't want anybody on the inside to see our two guys flying and scouting there. I would like anybody at all to take out this guy. Okay. Well, we see how this goes. The 4 corners was apparently a really good strategy. Okay. What I think we can do now is we can put snipers up here. Level 4. And mostly clear out the map. I am somewhat interested in nuking the ceiling here so we can see inside. But I think they've done that for us a couple times here. Also, do not have more snipers. There we go. You go ahead and take a snapshot. And you go ahead and take a snapshot. Cool. At this point, we should have secured our corner enough to where we're safe to do this. More Gauss over here. We have a couple DPLs with ammo left. But all in all, there's that. DPLs are cheap. I wouldn't go that far because we can't make ammo for them. So this is the point where we want to be fairly surgical about dealing with the panicking aliens. And DPLs also destroy the other DPLs on the mission, so I want to not destroy more than just the starting area. At least in terms of completely leveling it. Okay, well... It's a resounding miss. What is your accuracy? 92, okay. It's at least explainable. One guy way out here. That is your job. Okay. Do we not have... We do have you here. I don't think you can see... If you just go to here... Perfect. I'd actually drop a smoke here too, because the thing is tall enough for you. Okay. And I don't know where the equipment pile actually wound up. It's probably here. Yep, okay. So that's where you guys are gonna have to go to get real weapons since you dropped the DPLs. We will hold off on that for now. I might still put DPLs into these 2 wings. priority number 1 target right there. How far up into the air are you? You're only 2 up, which is annoying. Okay. That is what we describe as not okay. We might be DPLing this area. But I think you guys are high enough up to where you see this? Really? You can't go up higher. 51. Okay, buddy. Well, I think we will fire one of these then. End up going up, we go over to here, we go over to here. I'm gonna put it down to roughly here and into the wall. Which hits 2 of them, you're wounded now, which is fine. I assume you don't have time units? Yeah, you can take a snapshot anyway. Alright. You, on the other hand, didn't hurt him that bad, apparently, with the DPL. You're only like 92. No line of fire. Okay. I don't think we're gonna do that with you. Oh well. What are you standing on? No, not. You're not standing on anything. Okay, that's good enough. And this side of the map, have we done anything? No. And I think I'm gonna leave you here because all our snipers put shots into the other side of the map. Let's get more snipers up. There's one guy, like, here. He's got a rifle. You're the one guy on the colony with a rifle. When half the squad is toting DPLs. Excuse me. I guess I should have known that since it was shooting twice in a turn. That's a little crazy, though. This also didn't do nearly as much damage as I expected. Alright, well, let me move out. I'm just gonna scan on the roof of this thing. And you should reload, and I think I might even bring you guys outside. That's fine. Okay, so there's one guy somewhere. I'm gonna put you all the way up here, and you get to scan. Okay, so they're not panicking inside the main building. We see one dropped DPL here. And we nuked here. There's enough... I don't think there's a sustainable number of dropped DPLs compared to how many we just shot off, unless these guys have 1,000,000 ammo. Which, I do think I can check here. What's our ammo economy? You got 2 there. We might actually have sustainable DPLs off of these. With that knowledge, I'm gonna... but now we have people out. I think we can still do it if we do this up to here, up to, like... I probably want to go here... Here, put it all the way on the edge. Okay. Yeah, it's safe. It went into the void. Oh, I clicked, like, the ground at the edge of the map, so it went to the void. So sad. Alright, well, we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. One guy. That's your job. Cool. Somebody's out here. out right there. Just one guy. Can you auto? No. Oh. Cool. I am curious what our DPL economy looks like now that we have all of their equipment. We have 28 rounds. Wait, that's a net positive, isn't it? Some fishing boat's gonna get nuked because the DPL just went off into the void. That's more this is more ammo than we brought, right? Like, this is a psychotic amount of ammo. Undersea volcanic eruption, that's probably more realistic. Okay, I'm going to give you pistols, and you'll continue to not be quite as useful as I would hope. You got more than you brought. Yeah, but it's because I stopped nuking the map. I needed to not destroy the items. So, if I strategically nuke everything, I should be able to get away with that. Like, I can probably put 2 DPLs down per quadrant. Excuse me, and it's probably still a very slight drain. But with how many we've built up to this point, I think it's fine. Now, what I really need to hope is that there aren't a million DPLs in this area. I will be gambling with a couple of DPL shots here, but not quite as hardcore as we just did. Okay. You guys need real loadouts. And I don't know what I think. I almost want a Gauss pistol. We have the Sonic pistols. Huh. I think we're just gonna give you guys this loadout. Well, no, hold on. And the leg. This is loadout 1. Cool. I would like you to have a real gun, and probably a med kit, but I'm gonna give you one of these to open up with. Squeezer time, that is a good call. Wait, that means I can run... It's these guys. Those of you who have really high accuracy are getting a squeezer. 40... Okay, so you need 100 plus accuracy to get a squeezer. Otherwise you get a... I'd like to copy... Can I make this loadout 5? Let's loadout 5 now. This is kind of a ludicrous loadout. And you kind of need the Sonic Sniper against lobsters? Well, I guess we want Gauss against... I think we kind of want Gauss, don't we? Because the Sniper, it still takes like 6 hits to down a lobster. And Gauss is far better against Tentaculates, which are really the scary melee threat that's going to make everything hard. So I think we're going to run Gauss or 5. That's the number I'm used to pressing. Okay. This isn't going to be useful, like, period. If it was armor, like, if this thing ignored armor, it'd be a cool gun. Or melee weapon as it stands. Ah, I'm looking at the wrong side of the screen. Okay. DPL on the base? Nope. Remove the loot destroyer. Oh, that's a good call, because the base components matter. I'm still going to leave it like this, but we'll probably end up dropping it early on. No, that's a good point. Thermal shock launchers. Yeah, well, I just wanted the DPL for the sake of it. These guys are all accurate, and they have the squeezer, which should be a good weapon. We're using 7 here. And if we... It makes you wonder why we'd ever make peace with the Jellymen. If their weapons are so good, and they're so weak, and they give you so much Zarbite. That's almost, like, suboptimal play. I mean, it probably is suboptimal play, as we'll figure out soon. You guys have no weight. Thermal shock's also not a bad idea. I don't know how many we brought. We brought enough. The problem is... These guys all have melee weapons, so we should be fine there. Plus, I think it's fine. I'm just gonna see what happens. 1, 2, 3. Oh! Hello. Okay, you guys have utility. Did I see... Hate this game. Hate this game. What the... Alright, sir. Well, we immediately have DPLs. They can't react, which, like... How do you get down? Okay, so it's this tile type, so you gotta go here. Which means you gotta... Okay, so this dude's in here. Alright. Oh boy. I'm actually gonna put you in a corner here. This is probably the most useful way to play this. Instantly concerned. I thought the surface would be the harder part, and this would just kind of be... Figure tentaculus would cause us issues, not... That's a pistol. That means it's not dangerous. I actually kind of want to kill you in, like, one... Wait, but that means you can not auto. Give me a snapshot. What? 100 melee damage, and we're... What's your damage range? Oh, higher armor effectiveness. Oh, it does time unit damage, too. Oh, Lobster's weak to MC is a good shout. Why can't I use your thing? Oh, did we break the game? Do you have yours? We broke the game. That was a Centaculate. Yeah, well, we failed that attack. It's okay. By the way, what's the time unit cost on this thing? Ah, it's not that crazy. Okay, well... Not ideal. All I can really say to that. So this guy's down, like, 2 floors. I don't know how down 2 floors is looking for us. You're going over to there. I probably wanted this corner, but it's fine. You exist as a living motion scanner. The other thing is it's first turn, and I want the aliens to burn time units. on your comment about not holding back right now. Like, if tentaculates weren't an issue, I would. We would just send it. But as of right now, we need to get at least something of a hold in this area. Yeah, do you want this guy? Oh, that's the equipment pile. That means the equipment pile is getting blown up, and I'm never going to want to do one of these again. When a squeezer damages a lobster, that side has no armor and is vulnerable to Gauss. Interesting. Does it really do that much damage to armor? Burn time units with a DPL. So there's guys who don't have a DPL, and there's tentaculates. Like, we saw the guy here with a pistol. There will be guys with a cannon, even if we can only see 2 down here with a DPL. Like, these could just be the high-ranking lobsters, and we got unlucky. It doesn't mean everyone has one. It's just that our luck right this second is wonderful. I don't think I want you to go all the way over here. I kind of think you're just going to sit here. Okay. There's 4 smoke down here. You have 1 smoke down. You probably want a 2nd smoke down. And we can't get to them and get to somewhere safe. If we were to run at the lobster, you know, 3 floors down. Oh, this is gigantic. What are we... Alright, well. I just gotta position all you so we don't get slaughtered. I mean, this is relatively safe. Okay. Aren't we safe because no DPL turn 1? I'm not gonna bet on that. I think that's a rule that you can turn on or off when you're making a mod. Being through floors is scary. You found it. Okay, you go back to a corner. Presumably this armor lowers your time units, judging by how few you have. No, it doesn't. You just don't have any time units. Oh yeah, we also threw the other guy's item, and now he doesn't have it anymore. Which is really funny. I still don't like this. You're gonna go just pop your head downstairs and see what's here. How do you get down? You go down the stairs. According to our guy here, this is like the only guy in the area, so I think we might just send it. Oh, come on. And we're looking at a crazy amount of ammo for these. Okay. We could be a little more aggressive with these on the surface. Oh yeah, by the way, these have implanters, right? We're not doing this just for the fun of it. I would like... Okay, so there's people out here somewhere. I almost want you to just... Yeah, you can just, like, run this way. What do you see? Lobster with... Ooh! New gun. I mean, less of an ooh, the fact that you're right here. Basis of basically everything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hope there's a meaningful number of implanters. Otherwise, this could be a net neutral if we lose, you know, 2 guys. I don't know what this is. It's kind of cool. Should probably be scared of it, but I have a feeling it's AP damage and we just don't care. Yeah. Alright, we're also bringing squeezers along. I don't know if... Do you know if if they're a one-use item functionally? Because they're not bad, or at least haven't been bad. Although they didn't one-shot the lobster like I was hoping they would. Hi there. Yeah, and this is why we didn't rush, because a couple of the guys with real guns would shoot us and it would hurt. You're downstairs. I don't think you have... you're pretty good in melee. I'm gonna put you over here. Bring probably 3 of you along. Can we not go... I gotta go in and up. So this whole room is just a mess, which is probably where valuable items are gonna be. You don't recall. Okay, it's funny that nobody knows. I mean, we're gonna find out. We had a good, I think, 42 on the main base, so if there's less than 40, we know. I guess we have to shoot a lot of shots with these things to know. You are... Why can't I go up? Alright, whatever. It's because I was holding Alt. Ah, okay, that's knowledge. If you hold Alt, it keeps you at the same level you're currently at, regardless of where you click. That is really interesting knowledge. Yeah, you guys seeing through floors is probably more valuable than any MC you can put out. Do we not have a guy? We do have a guy. Are you... So there's a tentaculate down here and somebody over there. It's down at floor 0. I don't know if we have time units to do anything at all. I'm gonna have you check this side. Okay, so we're gonna have to clear this area out. Huh. Excuse me. Oh, and it keeps going like 2 layers. Okay, so we're just like in the middle of the base. And I don't know if I'd prefer that. I think the base is the one area where I want to be in a corner at this point. Normally the middle of the map speeds things up, but like, this is a problem. I mean, I guess we have decent control in here? Oh yeah, we have a lot more guys. We have full, like... We're not working with 12 guys, we're working with 26 guys. So we can just make a move and send a team of 3 somewhere and still have lots and lots of people left over. That's gonna be great. I want 1 squeezer at least ready to go this way. We already have a squeezer over here, but 2 of those hopefully is good enough. You're just there because you don't have any time units. Yeah, like, we have 5 guys in this corner. That used to be half our craft. Which means baby steps no longer need to be taken every single time we try to poke our head into a room. I do, however, hate this room. I think we're going to throw a smoke and get out. Can you get it to, like... Yeah, okay, see, because you go clean over. And this just goes on forever. Yeah, okay. I assume this is the same room type. Okay, well, you 2 are just gonna hold. Oh, you're not allocated. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's the guy who sees through floors. Yeah, it's definitely the guy who sees through floors. I didn't actually see that guy walking around down here. Oh, hi there. Can you go to here? Alright, good luck. I would recommend shooting and killing that. Or missing all shots and running away. Okay, but we should have people in the room, right? Who can participate. Let's start with... You've got the scanner. Hit that. Where are we looking? We want to know what's over here. Just like... Okay, so somebody's here? Where is this guy? Okay, open the door for this guy. What do you see over here? There's been movement over here. There's definitely somebody here. Okay, they're all downstairs. They all have scary guns. Okay. Well, you're gonna go down to here. You're actually gonna hit an auto shot. You're gonna go back upstairs. Okay. What do you see on scanner? A couple people out here. We're just gonna hold the line against this half of the base. Need to deal with this. So there's two guys with guns downstairs. There's something over here. You're not going to get far enough to see them, I don't think. Oh, you could. You gotta get, like, a tile or two further. The problem is if they're right in here, you're in trouble. They're not right in here. Okay. And you can't walk around there, so you're just gonna back up and stand here. Okay. Now, you're not as useful over here. So you're gonna walk all the way over to there. Yeah, 26 guys don't have to hold lines nearly as much, which is gonna be nice. Alright, well... I don't know what you see here. Not a lot. Maybe put that away. Now, you guys are in an interesting spot in here. I would like you to have a knife out. I would like you to tell me if you still see the guy with his rifle. Gone. I'm gonna have you go over here. Seems like a commander equivalent. That's interesting. These are cool designs. I don't even, like, the fact that the flying armor changes how you can navigate this is neat. Yeah, so you got yours. You... I think I'm just gonna leave you here. Somebody's over here, and this has got to get cleared. Like, if this wasn't gigantic, I might be a little more aggressive. If there was even, like, if this was a 5x5, like, we'd only have to get to here. And we'd only have to get to, you know, here. This whole extra row here would not be there. So at that point, the 26 guys, this would be a steamroll, but this is still a challenge. And I kind of think it wasn't always this size. Yeah. You go stand over here. Move time units for the turn? Okay, well, we're gonna just move in, see what we get. You move into the scan. I think I want you moving into the scanner. There's a decent number of guys here. None of them are in here somehow. Also gives you the opportunity to react. Never mind. Put you there. You two are working on it in here. Oh, there's so many floors! But the scanner should help us sweep through this with relative, efficiency, at least knowledge-wise. Most of that's us. But I do kind of want you over here. Well, you can walk through there. It's just this corner that's a problem. And I'd like you to go downstairs and kill these two. There's still more of you guys. I don't know if I want to deal with this lower floor. Not yet. Once we've dispersed a little bit out here, we'll start working on these two lower floors. Has anyone done this with less than 26 guys? I don't know how you do it at the 6x6 scale here. Like, 12 just seems impossible with a sort of, you know, rough 20 turn limit. Me? Okay. And are the numbers... Poseidon, that's true, 18. Okay. And I assume you had less than superhuman numbers? There was a guy here. There are 4 guys here, in fact. Okay, well, you're gonna... Okay. Oh, you're just gonna stand here at the door. Pull it off on one of the superhuman runs that you end up failing. Okay. I was gonna say, like, this could be... It's an interesting idea, because this could be a jumpstart if you end up with, well, you kind of need... I would say you'd need DPL's mag armor and the vibro knives here. But with that, you could probably get it done. Also, where did you wind up? Okay, so you're here, you're here. We haven't scanned over here yet. One scan... can you get to here? Okay. Stun gun, okay. Otherwise, I need you to get to here. You can't see this guy. Oh, hi there. That's what needs to die. How's your energy? It looks fine. You're the one with the crazy gun. Yeah, take this guy out. Oh, you put it away. You just run upstairs again, you'll be fine. You will not be fine. And I think what I'm gonna do is you're gonna go down to here, and you're gonna shoot this guy once. That's auto. Should have autoed. Oh boy. Oh yeah, we already did that this turn. It's just this whole corner that we haven't done. Interesting. This is getting thrown here. And we're just gonna stand at this door here. You're the one who scanned. I kind of want you to scan, but we don't really have... okay, so this is the best position to really get to. There is something here. Isn't there another... You move this way. What about the guy who didn't throw his MC power away? That is a decent... Well, the problem is seeing through floors is so damn useful. You should keep this out. They're all over here. He's also not close enough to anybody. For some reason, I don't see anybody in here. Yeah. Excuse me. Can you just run? Yeah, you can just run. That's a little more substantial of a scan. Okay. So you're gonna head to here. Because I need you to see. That's safe enough. You're coming with. And it's good that we have two of you guys holding this. This whole room is just... I don't know what we're doing with it. I kind of want to poke a hole in this wall. We probably want both of you here for security's sake. Have we made it into this room yet? We haven't popped at this turn. This guy doesn't see whoever's over here, so I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say they're downstairs. Okay. Auto, you have not enough to shoot. Okay. You should have this, though. Can you, like... Ah, you can swing once. And fail. Can you get to here? That is not the choice I... Oh, hello. I don't think you can hit this guy, so I'm not gonna have you try. It's all DPLs. Which is so much fun. You're here on backup. I'm gonna have you pull a knife out because that's the only useful weapon you have in this scenario here. Hello. We are midway through a colony. And you have... Oh, that guy's dead. There's something going on over here. I'm gonna have you go this way. Once we sweep through this corner, we kind of go around the base like a clock. Well, it's assuming this room is too much of a struggle for us. And it would be counterclockwise, but you get the idea. We just sweep around in a circle. And I think we've done... Just see if doors are open is the real check. I think we're good here. We have more people in this room. We have moved around the outside of this room. Hate this game. Wait, hold on, you're... Anybody with 120 accuracy is cursed. This game is stupid. Okay. I don't know what we're gonna do about this. Because you have the gun we care about, too. Okay. Well. 42. We're gonna just do this. Okay. Are you 100 and something? Nope. Really good shooting. Stab or squeeze the zombie. Yeah, we got there. Another tentaculate. Okay, well... We don't have a cyborg nearby. I was gonna say, instinct is to run at that thing. Was busy so you couldn't see the stream from the start? No, you're good. We carpet bombed the surface, and now we're... no longer able to DPL our way through everything. Okay, well, that's fine. Can we, like, just get to here? I don't know what's going on in this room. This is just a weird area. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this to here. You're gonna stand here. It's fine. Then you move out of the way. There was a lobster man, and there's still a whole bunch of people here. Okay, well, you guys just kind of need to be here to hold the line. We have not enough knowledge of what's going on here. No, you're not the guy with the... yeah, okay. That's too many layers down for my liking. That right there is not okay. Ah, that needs to die. Alright. Okay, well, you have a new job. Oh, hello. Okay. So this whole area is what one might describe as a mess. Just go up. You go down. You go to here. There's a lobster man over here. This is one of those problems we're not going to solve gracefully. How do you get down? Is it only this one? Okay, that's fine. You wound up back up here, which is nice. Still a guy downstairs with the DPL, like 2 floors. But I want you over here. And I can't stand on this tile. You're here, you're fine. I kind of wish there was a way we could just... Alright, never mind. We already have one of you in here. I need to put the squeezers in tight spots. We're not charging the tentaculate? Yeah, there's nobody can charge the tentaculate. We need a guy with... or we need one of the cyborgs, and they're not in position. If it follows the same path as the tentaculate that just walked into the room, it's gonna end up here again. But there's just no way to get down there and not get killed by one of the other many, many aliens in the area. Well, this is another guy with a DPL from what we saw in earlier turns here. We leave that there. You... I don't know where I want to put you. I kind of think this is a good spot for you to be. Maybe here instead. Put you there so you don't get shot. You've been pacing back and forth. You might need to get stimmed in the next turn. Oh, there's this whole side to work out. Okay. What is this? A guy with a DPL. Story of this base. That doesn't really help you. That's fine. Oh, you could just book it. I would prefer that you book it to here. Is this open? Wait, has this always been open? Huh. Okay. So you get here with 64 versus here with 70, and then you go... I guess it is technically faster to go that way and down. What do you see on scan? I don't like running through the fog of war here. Yeah, that's potentially a... I don't know if that is a threat. Yeah, that's a threat. You're not doing that. In fact, I'm just gonna have you walk to this. Yeah, and there's somebody down here. The elevator is... I'm gonna have you stand here. Now, where's our guy with... There you are. I was gonna say, somebody in here is a squeezer. You can't stand? You can't stand here. And there are two people over here patrolling somewhere. Yep, you guys did your turn here. This area is a mess. We will see how that goes in a bit. Welcome back. I should be holding hold. Has the squeezer been usable against its intended target? Well, so far it was most effective against a zombie. So there are two DPLs in this room. Can you just, like... No, you gotta go down the stairs. Excuse me. I'm gonna put you over here, and you see... Ah, okay, perfect. This is what we needed. Actually, you can just, like, do this. $27. Oh, that's fine. Almost fine. What does that say, 28? Yeah, we're gonna take that shot. And it's a good thing we did. What are the total casualties? One guy. Yup, with 120 aim. Okay, this is interesting. Here, we're not quite close enough to see anything other than the guys under the floor, so I think we're just gonna rush this room. It should be contained enough to where once we control it, it's ours. Okay. And I didn't actually investigate what the rest of this room looks like. Have you stand over here. Okay. Well, you're in a position now. One of you has... Alright, you're gonna go right to the middle of the room and scan. We still only see this one guy here. I wouldn't rush that guy, per se. Oh, but that's who you see here. What do you see over here? Oh, armor regen's really bad, or armor. Energy regen's really bad in this armor. Okay, we're almost to here, at least. What is your scan? Wait, what does your scan say? One guy over here somewhere. Okay. Your scan says a lot. There's just a lot of guys. A lot of aliens. There's one lobster, two lobster. I don't even... We're gonna need you to walk through here. And the DPLs are cheap comment. I didn't realize how many DPLs were under the water here. Like, under the water, under the ground. This is dumb. Time units? Ah. It's fine. You head into here, you head into here. I don't know if we want to... I don't know what floor this guy's on. We'll see. Cluster here, guy there. Something there. This is like the halfway point-ish. This whole room is an unknown, though. We'll see what's downstairs. A DPL. Okay, well, you go up. There's a couple of doors out there. Oh, this is like, there's no floor. Okay. That's interesting. Can you drop a smoke? I don't know if this is gonna bloom properly, but I'd like you here. Excuse me. Okay. We'll clear that out. This room should actually be easier to clear now that we have the upstairs. One of these two has a rifle. So this guy who's gotta be right here... Yeah, this absolutely right there. It's probably our rifle guy. Yeah, and you guys just kind of live here. Nobody's gotten close enough to threaten you, so we're gonna stick with it. I'd like you here. not a fan of that. Where did it go? It's... How do you get... Oh, that's 2 floors down. How do you get there? It's here. Okay, start with a scan. What do you see? So there's the tentaculate, and then there's whatever's going on out here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but that guy's 2 floors down, so somehow... Okay, whatever. This has to go. I don't know how we get down there in... you got 64 time units at the bottom? That's a lot more time units to shoot than I'd like. How do you get up? 24? If I knew what these were, I'd feel a little more comfortable with that. I think that that's far enough away that we're going to continue to ignore it as a problem. Because this guy's also got, you know, over 100 time units, so that's what its movement's going to look like. It didn't see us, it shouldn't pursue us. It's just going to keep walking back and forth down here. We need a guy on the 2nd floor here before we really go after it. As I can't comfortably overextend with 3 unknowns over here. By the way, what does your scanner say? Your scanner says they're all dead. What does your scan... Oh, it's fine. What's your scanner say? Nothing. Okay. That means you pop the store and you gotta move. Okay, you see nobody. Lobsterman downstairs, DPL. Okay. Yeah, you can... This is your room. Can you hit that guy from here? Okay, cool. And, like, we get that much DPL ammo out of all this. Dumb. I'd actually have you stand here. It's fine. We... I kind of want you over here, because we need the ranged weapon. What does your scan say? Your scan says there's a lot more guys than I'd like. $42... What does that say? 41? 4130... 4130... That might be 42. I mean, that leaves you with, what, 12? 8? Leaves you with, like, 12 time units. Alright, go for it. Yeah, okay, it leaves you with 2. Somebody's, like, downstairs. Yeah, whatever's going on down here. Oh, you got a little lucky. Okay. Well, us wanting a guy with 120 aim is still 120 aim. 107. We want a squeezer. For some reason, nobody's ever upstairs. I don't know how you get up. I don't know how you get... Like, I know you drop, but how do you get back up? Just curious. You two hold. You have that hole. I don't know how you get any lower than that. But in the next turn, you should be able to spot everybody else here. To the point where we should probably send you in a different direction. Or we should just have you explore. Well, that puts another turn between us and learning anything. So you go this way, you go this way. We'll see. Oh. It's a lot of guys with DPLs. Yep. Okay. That's only a cannon. Arguably what we didn't want to see. That hits all of you, which is nice. And that hits the other corner, so we're still missing somebody here. That somebody is right there, which you should see. Thank you. More DPLs. Oh yeah, this is a colony. This is a tentaculate. You are going to here. So it's there. Okay. I don't know if I want you down here just yet. I want you right here. Oh, this isn't bad. What a knife. Cool. Isn't there... You're down here. You can actually get good distance. The concern is that you might miss. You did not miss. Okay. That solves two of our problems. Tentaculate's probably the biggest problem now. The fact that there's not 4 of them in one place is huge. You don't have time units or I'd run you down there. You gotta go down 2 layers to deal with this guy. So I'm gonna leave that alone. At this point, we just keep our scanner perimeter held. I would block this. And be ready for anything. At this point, I think we start actually grouping up to move out. I'd like to know what you can see here. Currently nothing. Yeah, we're gonna move back into this room here. Because a couple guys sweeping around here is good enough, but most of you in the corner, you're kind of out of action for a little while. So once we clear this all the way out down to the ground floor here, we're in good shape. Oh, wait, where is... Yeah, here you are. Energy. Okay. I actually think we take a turn to give you energy. Less painkillers. I don't know if that's actually, like, a legitimate trade-off. I don't know if that... I don't think that matters. And I'm gonna have you do the same thing. Yeah, it's enough for you to regen everything next turn, I think. You have a scanner, you... Presumably there's nobody in this room here. I'm gonna have you walk through. Just so we can say we did. Maybe you start moving out. Being to bail early is a bit now, isn't it? Yeah, no, you're good. I think I'm only doing one of those since I'm still not super well. So, we should be in a good spot. You'll see who died later. Thanks for tuning in, though. Have a nice day. I wonder which alien is the deadliest. It feels like the Tentaculate, but... See, it's either the Tentaculate or the DPL. And the DPL isn't exactly an alien, but, like... Those are the two things that are a threat at this point. Oh, actually, no. Hold on. It's not the DPL. It's it's the Heavy Thermic Lance. The DPL, the Heavy Thermic Lance, and the Tentaculate are the three things that are most threatening right now. I guess the standard Thermic Lance probably fits too, but the heavy one keeps killing us. Specifically. Oh, there's elevators here. I'm doing this wrong. Oh, okay. What do you see? A guy with a DPL. Okay, well... That should solve that. I'm gonna put you on this elevator, even if I prefer you on the other side. And... Scan says... Can you see this guy? That was a rifle. You can't do anything about it, but you can see him. I don't know how far down these elevators go. Can we... No, we gotta drop. Okay, that's workable, though. We can do that. I'm gonna view fly up and over to the middle for a better scan next turn. Also, it's worth noting that I think the Naga is gonna be the most deadly at the end of this, because we've fought it so much. And it was the first guy to really wield a DPL against us. I could probably compile all the stats for everything. That shouldn't be very bad. I mean, that's something I could probably compile the stats for you in 20 minutes if I give an AI the save file. That's like YAML parsing. Okay, I'm gonna call that good, and you guys are holding the line here. You scan, we see... that's kind of a concern. Time units? Now I need to know. What's down here? It's further down than I'd like. That's a guy with a DPL. You could shoot him once. Or miss. That's wonderful. We're gonna block this in the hopes that it, you know, stops them. Because I don't know who's down here. Hopefully it's not a Tentaculate. Otherwise we are... Well, we're not quite in trouble. We have a lot of squeezers. But it's not gonna be fun. Yeah, they're still over here. Okay. There's all that. Never saw a DPL hit you except the one time you nuked your own pile. Posit lack of medkits probably killed more guys. So, the DPL was a threat when we were doing medium craft. We easily lost probably 20 guys to DPL just trying to get our first couple medium craft done so we could unlock navigators. Okay, well, at this point we just end the turn. Okay. Lobsters, that guy's on the move. Spin in a circle. You see one lobster right here. This poor soul doesn't know what's coming. Okay. Yeah, it was pretty early on, so that's probably why you didn't see him. And a DPL would still hurt now, if we ever got hit by them. Oh, there was also... It was the first legitimate attempt at the alien dungeon. We lost half our team, I want to say 5 guys to a DPL. And that's why we had to come back with the, not with the Triton. The 18 space one. The Poseidon. So there have been some incidents. I'm just gonna have you... I'm okay with this. That is ideal. Cool, that means somebody here's a lobster. Can you go down again? How do you get down? The staircase. That's good. That I'm less fond of. I kind of think you go back upstairs. The fact that I don't know what this is a concern. Are these just... okay, they're little cubbies where you hide in. So we get to play Alien. Oh, you're fine. You have scanned. Presumably somebody in the middle here scanned for us. You scanned. We might be missing a little gap. If this wasn't here, I'd drop a smoke. Call it a day. I think I'm still gonna drop a smoke, but we're not gonna stay down here. You're on scan. I still need you to move out. Why did you walk down? It's a DPL. At this point, I think you take a snapshot and go back. Yeah, you need to stay upstairs. Excuse me. We still can't quite figure out who this thing is. Figure out these two. Well, we know that's a lobster. We figure out this guy, and then we're safe to just run at people with, the bio armor. Oh, and they let us live this turn, whoever's downstairs. No, hold on, we figured out who it is. Do we have anybody who can actually, like, meaningfully get line of sight to this guy? We don't have somebody in this room. I'm gonna put you here. Was there a hole in the wall? Huh. Oh, no, this is a gap. That's wonky. Why do squeezers never hit anything ever? Hey, they killed a couple of different things. Over here, they killed the zombie. It's just the pot shots I've been taking at lobstermen across the room have been missing. Performance anxiety. It is also worth noting they only have 70% snapshot accuracy. So we're on soldiers with... Ooh, hello, Nettie. That means Nettie's gonna die now that I realized he has over 120 firing accuracy. But like 123, this is not quite the highest you can get, but very close to it, and you have 86% accuracy. So like, it's not an accurate weapon. I'm gonna put you at the door, though. We'll leave you there. This is the only guy. He's on his way in. And we should have most of a perimeter done here. There's somebody downstairs. Excuse me. I think we are gonna have you... Well, okay, you pop your head down. Okay, you don't see the other guy. Can you just drop to here? Oh, you float. Not a fan of this position here. Okay, so these elevators also go down. This is a whole little, like, lobby room. But this corner should be safe, so I'm gonna put you there. Same here, so you two are at least down. You might want a few more. Well, the door's already open for you. Can you get to here? Yes. Okay, we're in. You continue to stand here with a scanner. Somebody's out here, somebody's out here. They have to walk all the way in through here to get anywhere. So realistically, they're not gonna see us. No, you must never look at the accuracy. We have reached that point. Okay. Well, this is fine so far. You killed a tentaculate. You're here. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a cannon. You just turned around and left. Wait, have you been stuck here the whole time and I forgot about you? Damn. Can you scan? This guy just fully left. How do you get here? There's no way. This guy definitely doesn't have time units now. Okay. So where's our guy who's been on the move? That's friendly. No, there's definitely still somebody here. Okay. I think this is your job. Yeah, you go all the way over here. You go back to the door. Somebody's over there. I don't know where our DPL went. Kind of a concern. This is not the DPL I was worried about. I think. The max accuracy is 135. 120 base, cyborg, overflow, 10 from mag. Okay. Oh, that's a good call. Plus 10 firing accuracy. We still don't know what this is, and I need you to figure that out. It's a tentaculate. You've scanned. We have... There we go. I was gonna say, there's a missing lobster man. And that could be either of these areas. It's not here. Okay, so it's downstairs. So you get to go over here. Cool. Do you have a scanner? You see a friendly. Good, that means this area is just generally clear. You bob your head downstairs, don't see anybody. Go stand here. At this point, this whole little corner should be cleared out. It's 94.5% on the squeezer. Oh, okay. No, kneeling's a good call. Hold on. Let me make sure there's no, like, 0% kneeling bonus or something. Can I search? No. Neil bonus multiplier, 115%. So it still should put you over 100, but... Yes, there's a second tentaculate in the same pit here. I don't know if there's... I was gonna say, one was like here, the other died here. You've been on scan, so... you two probably just start sweeping this way. And you, I don't know where I want you to go. I mean, we're all downstairs. We took out this guy, and all the doors are open. Okay. Well, we have cleared this. I should start moving people with time units. By the way, you don't see the guy, right? Yeah, there's nobody here. Can you fly over this corner? Oh, this just doesn't exist. Does it? Nope, you can fly over this corner. Weird little flying cubbies there. Was not my first choice. You're fine, you're fine. You're part of the perimeter. Okay. Uh-oh. They're panicking now. Which is annoying. We almost need to bring drones so they can kill the drones and not panic. What do you mean? Okay. Actually, you should definitely have gone this way. Can you get to this guy? Yes, not in a reasonable... I mean, you could sprint. I don't hate that. Oh, you don't have a knife out, though. Okay. But what I need from you is a smoke. So right there. And we scan a bunch. Did they just panic with the DPL? Yeah, they've all started panicking. Which means this whole area is kind of wrecked. At least one of these rooms is. I don't even know what the implanter tile looks like. And I couldn't even begin to guess, so we're just gonna hope they didn't blow them all up. We need 2 to be net neutral on this mission. So, not great. Actually, I think I'm gonna put you over here. So that you can get energy next turn. You are doing much better. Mind you, I still want probably 3 stims, because your energy doesn't regen quite as fast as it needs to. Yeah. But that's better than nothing. And you're just a part of the team now. I need you over here. You're part of the team who's sleeping this way. And preferably a squeezer. I hate that they use the elevators like they do. Okay, scan says 2 aliens. Where is the guy who I need over here? They're not upstairs, right? No, they're not upstairs. Okay. Yeah, you all float up into the sky. We probably want a couple people over here. Why am I... Okay. This guy is probably upstairs. I would also like to know if we're fighting a tentacula before I really charge into danger. Okay, that's a turn of movement done. It's gonna be you look this way, and you scan and you see one person this way, so watch that. That's a lobster. Okay. There's a lobster down here somewhere. It's a lot closer than... Okay. We need smoke. It's good. That means you're safe enough to run into here. You see lobster DPL 2 stories down. And from you, I would like a smoke. That's fine. Same story with you. These rooms are more open than I like. At least while everyone's got a DPL. You scan, see nobody. Oh, so we're in the clear. Okay, I wouldn't push further than that. Somebody up here has one of the fancy new guns. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, you're out of energy. Can you help? That's a crazy amount of DPL rounds there. Hold on. 3, and that's not including the one in the gun. All we know is this is a DPL, we don't know who this is. And I kinda don't want to walk up to that guy because I feel like he might explode. If this guy panics, you die. If this guy doesn't panic, then he wanders around and you have a fairly clean kill. I don't know, and this whole room is a concern. Can you fly over this? You can. You can just pop your head up to here. Or go through the door. That works too. So somebody's in here, yeah. Okay, well, there's a little... It's like the bottom half of the map here we gotta get through. Oh, it goes so far. Alright. We're like half done. And they have started panicking, which makes their job a little easier to go fast. The tentaculates still exist. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what to make any of this. Can you pop the wall here? I expected that to take more than one shot. You put this away. Grab this. Throw this to here, because I don't want to know who's inside and what they're carrying. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, so somebody's in here. Oh, this whole upstairs area is just something we have to deal with. I get one more scan out of you. You can see... you see far enough to where I can walk you to here. Cool. We see Tentaculate. That is the problem. That could walk up and... Okay, Tentaculate's a problem. Although... this works. This does not work. You mean... Actually, no, that's perfectly fine. That's not perfectly fine. You're on Overwatch. You don't have time units to Overwatch. Mind control? It's too many time units. And these guys aren't actually strong enough to mind control. They couldn't hit one of the generic Aquatoids earlier, so... Tentaculate's definitely not on the menu for them. Okay, somebody's here. In here. How do we... Okay. Two by two in the top right's the Sononium Chamber. Lousy Labyrinth with a chance at Tentaculates. That's great. What that means is you actually need to get over here, because then we can walk through and see through walls. Okay. You two. You can put that away. Yeah, there's nobody in here, which is what I expected. Okay, well, that's clear. You step into here, you... I assume you can see here? No? Okay. Well, that's fine. You'll move next turn. And you finally get to move. You're gonna go stand here. I don't know what we're doing with this. I kinda think you just stand here too. Where's your friend? Oh, you don't have a friend. Get this to here. Then you stand here. Okay. I'm gonna have you go in here now. I already shot this thing once. It's just... it will continue to exist. I don't know what this is. We don't have time units for that. The next turn problem. Lobster. 2 lobster. Okay. So now we know. all I've gotten so far is that these guys are really good, and I almost want powerful MC people not to mind control the aliens, even if that's nice, but to mind control these guys back to our side. I mean, you should run around with the motion scanner. Well, no, you shouldn't use the motion scanner, though. That's kind of a problem. Scan says... Oh. Make our life easy. I don't know who the hell's over here. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. You will position against this wall. There's stuff here. Just a joy. Oh, so much fun. This room's gonna be great. Don't know what we're doing here. I kind of think... Excuse me. You don't have energy. I think I want you here. Leave you there, ready to shoot. No, back. I want this here. You're okay. You stay put. Because you have... yeah, you have rear armor. Okay, so upstairs. There's nobody. I don't know what I think of this room. I'm gonna have you stand here. Yeah, you're here. You killed that thing. I kind of think I should put you down here. Oh, hi there. That's a good find. Let me give you the opportunity to participate. Which means I'd also like somebody else downstairs, but I think that's going to be your job. Ah, you can do it now. You do not have time units anymore. Scan says nobody's here. You're just gonna live in this little cubby and scan for me. You have scans. We got a couple. I'd like a scan here. Did you scan? I'm gonna go with you did. And I'm gonna do it again anyway. Yep. And you're here. You might be on scan in a bit. Okay, we're almost there. We've about swept across the base here. Yeah, you're watching this. You're covered from both sides. We are okay. You should actually do something. Just gonna have you move. Okay. So somebody's out here. And they're upstairs. Or here. More likely here. Yep, okay. So this floor. Okay, this chunk isn't a maze, and it's too high. This isn't quite a maze. This is probably a maze. I might DPL... No, but it's a Sinonium device room. I was gonna say, I might DPL right here. But I don't know what this is. I don't know if these are useful to us. So instead you're gonna stand here. You're gonna move in as well. And you're out of smoke. Presumably you are too, yeah, because you guys have been in open spaces. Cyborgs make a good roleplay of a tentaculate. Infinite time units of aliens to kill. Yeah. Okay, where is the scan? Nobody, you say? I don't know if I believe that. You have scanned. That's interesting. So there's people in here. That's about all we've worked out. I'm gonna have you just stand here. How do you get in here? You gotta walk all the way around? I think not. It doesn't look like I have a choice. Now we know anyway. I don't, but there's no scan, so there's nobody here, so... Hello, DPL. Somebody was here. We're here. We got 5 turns. This should be fairly easy. This should be like a 2 or 3 turn endeavor. Where these guys are? Oh, I don't know. I almost think we need people at, like, the second story here. Oh, this room got DPL'd. That's why it's so smoked up. Yeah, this whole area got just nuked. There's 2 elevators on the far side of this room, which I'm not a fan of. You might actually live on scanner for now, and we might have you try and mind control somebody later. Reaction training? Why do we see 2 of them? Or why do we no longer see 2 of them? This guy in this corner? 1. Okay, this guy ran up to there. You scan, you throw this on the floor. There's 3 of them. Alright, what's inside? Awful. Nobody with a squeezer is close enough to participate. What I'd really like to do is get to one of these. Oh, could you sprint to here? Hold on. 1, 2. Let me verify. Okay, we are now in control of this room. Jeans, you get to walk around. You already spotted this guy. We get to figure out who's up here. That's good. Can you fly? That looks like a no. Okay, we need a cyborg in this area. Where's the nearest? You? You have a new goal. I do think we put you here. It's 2 of these, sure. I just move it. But 2 you guys there is a great position to have you. That's enough there, that's enough there. I like you in this corner. Like, there's just nobody here? Oh, there's somebody here. Where? verify that nobody else is, like, immediately close. A panicking lobster man. James, I'm gonna have you run to here, scan, see just a friend. Okay. Well, we're in. I don't know if I like this more or the other room more. I think I'm gonna do this. Thermal shock bombs, okay. So there's a small launcher somewhere. And we have our, yeah, we got our scanning perimeter going. Yep, you've looked at all this. I just want to get rid of the fog of war. So you're going this way then. I'm gonna have you start moving. Good. At least have people on every level. That's a very, very ground floor. This is still a bit of an unknown. Scan says it's fine. We'll see what's actually fine. You no longer see this guy. You're in a corner. I'd like you to live in a smoke. You're already in a smoke. So we have this guy. We're going to be dealing with him later. Unless you can just book it. You can book it on the next turn if he doesn't move. Okay. Not okay. You there, sir. Panicking lobster man, okay. First try. So you have a friend. And you have the dangerous one. This is all... What's your... Armor piercing you actually take extra damage from? I don't know if I want to find out. Do you want to go upstairs and stab this guy? Can you do that? Alright, well, here we go. I need you to throw this on the floor and run away. Now you're gonna walk to here. There's another one. There's a tentacle. Okay, that means a couple things. That means that we need to clear the area, and I will be... Actually... No, but it's the Sononian device room, so I can't just... I was gonna throw... These two, I was gonna have throw a Sonic Pulsar primed to 2 turns, and then next turn they were gonna throw Sonic Pulsars primed to 0 turns, and 4 bombs are gonna go off right here. But I realized we kinda want the item in this room, so we might have to play a little more... A little less destructive. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep you here, and you're gonna keep an eye on this guy. It's turn 17. Yeah, and at this point... Yeah, there's our launcher. Okay, so you're good. You had to here, we're good. Alright, well... You're just exploring, you get to clear Fog of War. You... are in an interesting room. I don't think I like this room. Oh, you have 2 smoke. That's fine. You go walk to, like, here. Drop this thing, stand here. Yeah, okay. You're fine. You're currently on the move. Yep, this is somewhere that got DPL'd by Panic. And the Tentaculate's our last real concern. We will see how that goes. Okay, so it is walking in circles. Well, since the walls are made of paper... Actually, that's a really interesting point. What if you went to here? Oh, that seems like a bad idea. So we know the Tentaculate is right there. But it's been walking here. So... is this our Sononium device? Yes, it is literally right there. I think the actual game plan is going to be Cyborg Rush the Tentaculate. You've got a smoke for yourself. I recommend dropping that. Actually, do we even need a Cyborg to rush it? Can you see it from here? No? Yeah, good luck. You needed to, like, shoot through all three of these walls here. And I wanted you to not fully open this up, because that means the Tentaculate can walk through instead of walking the long way around. I really do think I DPL it. I don't know if we care about the Sononium device anymore. Yeah, so you're just... oh, your energy's not regenerating, like, period. Go stand in this room. Take a turn break. You don't have the time units to do this anymore? Yeah, you'll walk around next turn. Dropped that. Panic there. You continue watching the Tentaculate. You go over here, scan. Nobody. 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 Okay, so these are all just... it's fine. I think you're just gonna be friend over here. We've cleared out enough of this to know what's going on up here. Okay. Yeah, you're sitting there with full-time units. You're fine here. We will see what we do. Because I absolutely can have a Cyborg rush the Tentaculate from up here, but we need to break this. And if we break this, that also sets the Tentaculate free. So we gotta be ready to do that all in one turn. So I'm gonna have you move a little further forward, just so we have maximum opportunity to do something about this guy. And you're all gonna hold the line. Okay. I don't even think I care at this point. That's not scan. We scan a few times just to make sure there's nobody who slipped by. For the most part, that's... whoa, buddy. That didn't even hurt that bad. Good for you. Okay, so Tentaculate has not moved. Your job is to open this up. Do that again, but actually hit the thing Alright. Oh, you just see it now. Hold on, I like this plan. Awesome. And then presumably there's nobody else in this room. Okay, awesome. Center hole cannot be jumped into. I don't know. Hold on. Yeah, okay. And you don't see anybody else. Cool. I'm gonna send you down to assist. Yeah, right above the Synonium, so you can't stand on it. Like, you can't walk through the Synonium device. Alright. Yeah, you stand there for a turn. Probably another turn. Somewhere is an alien, and that somewhere has got to be in this area. Oh, wait. Okay, you guys are no longer needed to just stand here. Can you cross? You can't cross. Okay. We are almost there. And once this is done, I'm gonna min-max the team a little more. I'm gonna use what fragments we get on actually doing another base consistently, and at that point we're gonna start working on our MC elites. And I mean, you guys just scan a few more. Hi. Where do they keep coming from? 74 aliens killed. Excuse me, the one operative was worth 118 points. 55? Okay, we only have to do one more of these. I don't even know if we need to do one more of these, but we're doing one more of these anyway. Not today. That'll be next stream. Yeah, 55 alien implanters. That's insane. Good for everybody. Loot-wise, what are we... We're not selling any of this. We need to transfer a lot of this. How many DPLs do we get? 27 DPLs, 66 ammo. So yeah, they're... So DPLs have no value anymore. I actually kind of want the clips. You can send the pistol over. Heavy ion cannons. We want to research these, so I'm gonna send... Keep one of those around. DPL, all of those... I'm gonna send over all but 20 of the ammo. Thermal shock. We didn't use any of this mission, so we can send it over. Sonic pulsars. Zarbite? Yeah, we probably don't... Well, keep like 30 on this base for craft. 12 MC readers. Fabricators. Why do I think we haven't done... Armor repair tool. Okay, it's getting sent over there. Synonium device fragment. You can have one. It's fine. Thermic, heavy. Corpses all need to go to the engineering bases. I don't believe there were only 13 centaculates. Congrats on the looting. Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's an insane number of implanters. Considering how few we've seen all game. I expected more of a, like, endgame resource grind comparable to Reavers, where you just need a lot of everything. But no, it seems like the colonies are just a solution to everything. If you can get one of these done early, like Demand did, you're in great shape. Reanimation, isn't this just a medkit? Yeah, okay, we don't care. Learning arrays, we need this for MC Gifted, so we need a couple of these. Cloning, I mean, like, there's a lot you can do with this, but... Huh, that's neat. Oh, cryogenics, we have a decent amount. I'm gonna send that over. We know that we have it, construction, and the corpses, okay. We need over engineering all of the corpses. Hopefully we have storage for this. You have learning array, so you're fine. I'm gonna send you 20 of these. Um... Hmm... Did a shore settlement and got 100 bravery cyborg, 125 firing, 125 throwing. That's pretty impressive. Do you train throwing by actually throwing things? I guess that's probably... Because it's that or the gas cannon. And I guess actually throwing is probably useful, because if you set them up with a bunch of primed, like, weak grenades... Oh, can you... Does throwing a stun grenade count as training throwing? Can you load a guy up with, like, 30 of those at the start of the mission, throw all of those at the same guy, and get score for it? That's interesting. Yeah, and I will be getting more cyborgs. I think we're going up to probably 6 to 8 of them. The people who are previously going to be MC gifted are just becoming cyborgs. And there's at least 5 of them on base, if not more. Excuse me. We like all of this, and I want to send this to the research base. Cool. I think it only requires 1 implanter per MC gifted. If not, we're only getting 5 this run, and then we really do need to do another colony. If it's 1 per, then we might not need to do another colony, but I'm doing one anyway. Very nice. We lost new rank captain. We lost the single highest ranking soldier across the entirety of XCOM is the only casualty this mission. Stupid. Okay, well, you're homeless now, buddy. Good luck. We will be making use of those resources. Okay, we need... Somehow our living quarters are full. Oh, because we don't have a big living quarters. Okay. I might cut back on scientists. Stun grenades should count for throwing accuracy. Yeah, so that's a good way to cheese it. Okay, I don't remember, was it science? There's somebody here who's just, like, been in the gym for their entire life. Is it you guys? Yeah, there's just some of you who are really good for no reason. Yeah, okay. So it's everyone from a subscriber... Presumably this is... I don't even... There you go. So from here down, we want all of these on the main base, and you are... Oh, you're the guy. Yeah. Come with randomized MC strength, so yeah, we're gonna want lots of recruits. But that's why I expected to do 2 bases, because we're probably gonna throw away... I expect we're gonna put probably 40 guys into the MC gifted training. And a lot of them are just not gonna turn out. See, everybody from here down. And I hope that doesn't mess with my order on other bases. No, guess not. Ooh, hello. Are you an actual cyborg? No. Okay. We'll look at that in a bit. However, we do need more space here. And Aquanaut-wise, are you all just fresh recruits? Yeah. You all are just fresh recruits. Although you've been living in the gym, most of you, so we'll leave you living in the gym. Excuse me. Yep, there you are. Cool. Transfers. Got a minute. Okay, so we're gonna give it like a day. We just don't care anymore. Like, next month we do TWoTS, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong. Dreadnought Interdiction. Bombing run. Crew. Who's somebody with good stats? Was it Danak who I discovered? Well, no, but Danak's got good stats anyway. And we're back at the top house. Yeah, I need you to kill this. You don't have quite the approach speed I do. Okay, maybe we are going to shoot down a bunch of these. The warehouse. Yeah, look at that in a sec. Infiltration, okay. I mean, you hit every shot, which is great. Okay. 2 days. Alright. That is fine. What are you working on? You are making more medkits. I think we're done making medkits. We have enough on the main base. I would like... MC Gifted Aquanauts. It is 1. Okay. Person joining 1. Oh, it doesn't even, like... It doesn't consume an Aquanaut. It just gives us people. Let me, like, quickly check. Yeah, you got plenty of living quarters. Okay, so we can pump these out. No. How long does this take? 5 hours. Okay, well, we're doing that. I would also, like... It's 2 S's. Surprised Taste-Offs only give 2. Enhanced Aquatoid. 21. Okay, cool. And over here, we really need to look at... Protection and Cyborg. Yeah, so you got the MC armor. How do you only have 22 melee? Okay, well, you're going to there. You're going to there. We will switch out your armor later. Okay, so Board Diver 2. So that's max MC strength. You get Bravery base. Strength 48. 47. 45. Do I really want to go... VDK, you're already... Oh yeah, VDK is already... screw it. It's only 1 implanter per, so we'll get a number of them. And then at this point we want MC Protection. Which is just everybody else. Arguably not Kurzov. How many cyborgs do I really need, though? I feel like they're more of a specialist unit. Hold on, let me... 48's pretty high, though. There's a lot of people above 48. Okay. Then we have the entire, like, first chunk of people here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go through and give everybody who's not super strong protection. You're good, Otto. You're good. We skip Kurzov. Davos. Or Davo. Mr. Painting. 4. Reaver. 1. 9. 13. 48. Okay, so we have Lord Solar. Oh, we went back to the start, didn't we? Kurzov, Davos, Paint. Okay, well, no, I wanted to actually tab through people here. Rolland. Here from Gondor, and then the top 10 people are still being scanned. Okay. So we do need to give it a month before we really do much more with our implanters. We're gonna have a crazy amount of score because we're gonna do a second colony. Well, are we gonna do a second colony? Everyone's got a few days to recover here. It might be next month. Let me go double check the graphs for score. This is still one of the lower end score months. Okay. Well, you're fine unless this is a fighter. It's not a fighter. Where are we at? Oh, that's dumb. Right, return to base. Maybe Ion. Oh yeah, we want to look at that. What are we researching? Got this, which presumably leads to Ion Cannon Heavy Gun, Ion Piercer. Wait, can we actually make this? Piercing Missile. I'm interested. Okay. Yeah, you just run away. Where are you? I'm ignoring you. Okay, so hopefully they don't come in and, you know, forever. Bases, we want engineering, transfers. Okay, 24 hours, that's okay. Floating Mindworm Island has been detected. What? What do you mean danger extreme? What? Okay. I mean, it's probably not okay. It's... Where are the three? C3. And the rest of you are wounded for a chunk of time. I'm pulling you off the Manta, and this is our team. Okay. Is that uh-oh because you know what this is, or do you just... Are you also as baffled as I am? Also, everyone's getting Gauss because Mindworms are... There's gonna be a boss enemy or something stupid, though. It's a land mission, I assume. Okay, give me, like... Danak is taking loadout 2. Nettie is taking loadout 2. Okay. If we need snipers, we have snipers. What does this mean? Someone told us about this 20 episodes ago. I have forgotten. Excuse me. Hmm? Okay. 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 What? Locust. Yeah, okay, whatever. Oh yeah, we can't fly. I hate the land. Okay, so what does it mean? There's locusts. We have our guys who are immune. Okay, so mindworms spawn. I'm gonna say, I was told not to take a lot of time, so we're not taking a lot of time. Okay, apparently we can't shoot that, and now we can't see it again. I don't know how you saw that guy. In fact, okay, I guess we can't go up there. Mindworms, can you float? What are we doing down there? Well, I hope the samples aren't that important. Yeah, you can definitely... Oh. Bro. What was that? Okay, well, we threw a grenade. This isn't a huge map? I don't know what we're... I don't know. Lieutenant Commander useless, living up to their name. Okay, maybe none of you can shoot it. It's not completely unreasonable to not be able to shoot. What do you mean you see... Okay, so you saw it from some specific angle there. We're gonna end the turn and just see what happens. There's a lot of bugs. Damage over time for stun damage. Okay. No, so that's easy though. Like we're speedrunning this anyway because none of them are a threat. Mind you, it is really hard to tell what I'm looking at. Did I click on that properly? Oh. What? The tree flashed red. Okay. Well, we gotta move out. And can you even get up top? No. Okay. Oh, so it's here. Yeah, you just keep moving. Night vision? I think night vision makes it worse. I'm just... Oh, excuse me. I'm just worried about being able to see the ground. Oh, this is stupid. Okay, we don't even need... Motion scanners aren't even gonna save us. So all the little holes in the ground we're gonna have to clear out somehow. High psychic pressure. No, you are just moving. Your job is to get across the map as fast as possible. Why did you do that? Can you go back up? Okay, you're fine. Okay. Can you just... Can you just throw this over here? I assume that's close enough to hit something. Yeah, it's fine. It might not be fine. It is fine. Oh, excuse me. I mean, you can scan real quick. Somebody is out here. Okay, well, it's impossible to hit those things with a knife, so you're gonna just deal with that. You put this away, you look in there, oh, you see them from here. We didn't kill anything. High psychic pressure. Oh, we're still, like, fine. From not work. Extra mission type on the island makes landfall to abort. Oh, Lord. Just what I wanted. Okay, well, you're gonna take this thing out. Annoyance that even more worm-type missions may now appear. Oh, love it. Excuse me. Yeah, this is why I didn't stream last week. Except last week, you could hear it in my voice. Yeah, okay, buddy. Yeah, we just keep moving. High psychic pressure. Just kill this. You missed. Okay. I actually don't think there's that much psychic pressure. Compared to what it could be. This just sucks because we have to walk around and scan everything and... root out all the guys at the edges of the map. So mind worm down in the water. You missed. We must look at everything. We almost want psi vision. Presumably there's probably more guys out here. Like, way deeper into the map here. This mission would be apocalyptic without MC-protected soldiers? Yeah, that's anything to do with mind worms. Now it's just kind of an annoyance. High psychic pressure. We're taking like 2 damage a turn. Okay, well you can't actually do anything with that yet. You really shouldn't have stopped in the fire. Right? Like, this is why the mission is stupid. And we move so few tiles that I kind of think I just sprint everything. Can I bug hunt? No. Yep, more of them. How are you doing? You are fireproof probably because of your armor. What do you mean you can't? You're stuck in place. Alright, well. Okay. Something tells me it's all over here. This is a terrible mission. Because it's not even... The enemies aren't difficult, the entire challenge here is finding them. Like, I'm gonna start throwing these at things that I don't know if I can properly clear. Okay, that's a little close. And you didn't even do it right. I still want to kind of nuke that thing. High psychic pressure. Okay, where is there a hole in the ground we haven't cleared? Oh, this view is just as useless. So we want to look at this hole. What's in here? Nobody. So there's a couple holes over here. Like, I don't know if there's a bug above the tree or something. We're gonna start doing is mashing scan. Where are you? Okay. That's you. Yeah, at this point I don't think I care. Why did you do that? You there. You're beached. What am I doing wrong? Does anybody in chat actually know what we're supposed to be doing here? Oh, and it's turn 9, too. Can you climb now? That didn't help at all. Supposed to kill the stuff, check the far edges. Yeah, okay. I wish. Yeah, and you're beached. You're stuck in a hole. Two inlets at the sea level at the top right. You mean... We've already killed 2 mindworms up here. Here we haven't killed anything yet. We are on top of these. Okay. And we definitely get less time units out of this. No? I guess not. What does walking cost? Oh, you're stuck. Great. Walking costs 8 time units. Okay, so you have to sprint everywhere. Feeling scanners are useless. We've looked at you. We're staring at you. There's nothing over here. Okay, so up here. Okay, so there's a mind worm on the map somewhere. And it's close enough to hit one of you guys. I think we're doing. So we're gonna throw this into the water there. Does it stay in the water there? Ah, shit. Can you pick that up? You can pick that up. I think instead you will walk away. Okay, it's fine. You'll look at that in a turn. You're, like, up in here. Yeah, you're out. Back of the sub. Stamina cost also doubled, unless you blow up terrain. I should probably do that. I was gonna say, we're at the back of the sub here. Because we're at the point where turning this into not miserable to navigate terrain would be great. You walked into the hole. Okay, you can walk out of the hole, though. So these are not helpful against anything other than bugs. We didn't kill anything in here. I don't know if... High psychic pressure. Okay, well, we're gonna experiment with getting around high psychic pressure. Yeah, okay. So that's what we're doing now. The morale drain's also annoying. But actually, where is it? Medkits have stims, yeah. I assume that's not hiding in there. This is like the spawn for them, so you would have seen it there. So if we walk over the... Okay, well, if we walk over... Okay. It's fine. Walk her back to the main island here. No, this sim. I'm glad it doesn't let me use heal by reflex. You got out of your hole? No? Okay. Is it RNG? Seems like RNG. I don't think it actually is. You're in a hole. When does bug hunt... You... It's fine. This guy's not going anywhere. You're okay. Oh, and it was too much to give us bug hunt mode. Okay. We did the mission. We got there in the end. I have very little to say. Sell pretty much all of that? I don't know what... Science, you got a hatchery? Warehouse? I don't know where we want to send that. I'm sending it to the warehouse. I assume it's some sort of a building we can make. Okay. Good for you guys. Interesting. Yeah, no, that's fine. Aquatoid dissection. Yeah, we're doing a lot of that over here. Tracking lost. Okay. I mean, it has okay armor. I'm curious what the ion one has. Oh yeah. Affects game progression. Maybe I don't want to research that? Because that's what's going to start the mission spawning. These guys have real names. Hold on. What a tragedy. Meanwhile, you're doing your first encounter with Jellymen. Oh, better times. Where is I? Engineering. Okay. Aquanauts. So you guys have real names. MC Strength, solid. Okay, we got like 2 of you who matter. Alright, hold on. I don't know what MGS stands for. We'll look at you guys later. No, no. Oh, you're above 50-some. I'm going for 80 plus because we can. Okay, I actually have to click on the name. I can't just click in the box. The unlocked mission is less annoying than the Mindworm Island. Okay. If that's the case, I don't know if we can do that as quick as would be ideal, but we're gonna look at that anyway. Aren't we missing 2? It's only 5 I'm getting rid of. We are missing 2. Okay, neither of you matter. Okay. And we're doing another colony so we can justify, you know, only 80 plus. Which means I need... Can we copy-paste? Hold on, give me Notepad. I don't think you can copy. But I'm curious if... Paste. Great. And it's going to be the last 3. Can I right-click? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, I can spell. Transfer to the home base. The bottom 3. Cool. There's our 3. You guys have mostly... You have not recovered. We're gonna end the month. And then we are going to call it a stream. I will rename... I should probably say it. Okay, well, I canceled things I didn't want to cancel, but that's fine. 5K, excellent score, very nice. How are we looking here? In training? Why are we not in training? Great. Solar and dead graphics are apparently unknown. If I hit X, good. I don't know that we really care, but we're gonna keep going through here. You're 40 plus, you're 40 plus. I think we've nabbed most of the 40 plus people. Everybody's out of order. Cool. And I'm going to save here. I'm going to misspell the name. 53. And let me actually rename the 3 people we have in here. Apparently we did this last time, too. 2 people, load game, 53, and it loads properly. Alright, we got Tempest, Vest 8, and Steel Legionnaire. We go over here, transfers real. Nope, they're already here. There you go. Which means I need to quickly... I need to pull you guys out of MC armor and give you advanced bio armor. You have MC battle armor, too. Okay, so we at least have a couple. No, that's the wrong direction. You're getting battle armor. You already have battle armor. You are getting... You're all getting battle armor for now. Cool, let me save real quick. And that is going to be stream. I killed chat by tabbing into Discord. Here we are. So, click it again. Thank you all for watching. It's been stream 53. Did an alien colony. I'm gonna do another one next stream. At which point, I don't know if we're gonna do a training stream or how we're gonna deal with any of that. There's enough small subs where we can definitely land and blast aliens with MC and leave. So we will probably do a cheesy training stream at some point. But I'd really like to not do more than 3 streams before TWoTS. We'll see, though. It also depends on the heavy ion cannon that we're researching, or will be researching. Yeah, we'll see. But thank you all for watching. It's been another stream, and I will see you all next week.